I'm not talking about where in Russia are they drifting. They're not drifting, over here.
Oh,
It doesn't really matter. I don't
well,
care.
obviously we're
No, but I'm
live.
saying they're not like it's not like they're drifting. Okay, all the
No,
drift
of
events are over here.
course, of
Just
course. But the thing
in a
is,
little peninsula here.
but if you
So
had
it's
to
so
ship,
much closer.
okay, but if you had to ship a car on a
California's
boat,
look.
yeah, it's right there. That's a long distance.
I'm not saying it's a long distance.
that
but
takes
I'm saying,
a few days to get across.
But you said like, oh, Russia's way closer than Japan.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not,
but
I mean,
okay.
it is okay. So you're right. The border's way closer, but where are the events held at?
Probably yes on the west side. But hang on, listen to
West side.
think about shipping
Whoa.
over water is going to be a lot more expensive if you have to go to California.
How do you know? You priced it out?
Yeah, I did.
So how much is it to ship top 16 cars from Japan over to California versus where is the RDS at?
Russia?
Hey,
Moscow.
Russia's a big place.
Moscow.
Okay, it's like where's Formula D at? Okay,
yeah, but I think once you're on land, it's not as expensive.
Why? Because you can rent a car.
Yeah, you can rent a car or just drive the car across.
Do you know the amount of terrain? I mean, it's not like they got like the turnpike, right? The turnpike from you just hop on the turnpike, the Russian turnpike.
Look, either way, it's not like we know what we're talking about because we're not
we don't.
in this.
But you appear to seem like you know what you're talking about, and I'm just trying to say that you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well.
That's all I'm here to say. And I'm saying you could be right. But you definitely
either
don't know
way,
what you're talking about.
there's more spectators.
Plus, there's this line here on the map. That's probably a wall dividing the Pacific Ocean, so they have to go around that.
You're right. Anyway, they have to wait for the tide for it to go over the wall.
That's the wall from the Pacific Rim. Keep the Jaegers.
But one thing you guys aren't taking into consideration: what if your boat gets stuck?
Stuck on what?
Stuck in a canal or something.
In a canal?
Yeah.
What canal is there?
Or through a port or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Ever Given boat?
Evergreen.
Oh, the Evergreen. Yeah.
Evergreen.
So don't if you're shipping your car overseas, don't use Evergreen because you could get stuck in the Pacific and block the whole Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be miserable.
That was anyway.
Folks, welcome to another episode, and we're back. My name is Captain Ben, and I got Tim Murphy over here, along with Noel Garcia. Unfortunately, Paul couldn't make it, so that has caused us to adjust some things, but we're here live and in person, and we're going to be talking about some things that took place in the last 2 weeks. One thing I did want to start off with was something that we didn't really get to cover last time because we have our special guest, which Mr. Ramsey.
Yeah.
Great time with him, both on and off the track. And hopefully we get to hang out with him again over at the Clutch Kickers event.
I want to thank Mr. Ramsey for some good off-screen advice for setup for my car.
Oh, okay.
He saved me some money. I could have potentially wasted some money that I could use somewhere else, so I appreciate him for that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. See here. So kind of give everybody sort of a behind the scenes look as to what we kind of experience. So many of you already know some of the rain, the weather conditions that took place. And as you can see here, it just got worse as things progressed on that Saturday.
It looks like that's like but that's not that's not like an average. That's like an average day in tropical season for us in Florida. There are times where you go home and it looks like that, right?
Correct.
Right.
There are moments, but this time around, it just felt like that weather.
Paul was so difficult that day. When we're talking about the tents, wasn't he so difficult? Like I was like, "Hey, Paul, let's do this." He's like, "No, that's stupid." I was like, "All right, well, you handle it." He's like, "No, don't forget it. You handle it."
I'll pause it.
Yeah, but no, he was extremely. Was he not very argumentative? Like he's a little more argumentative than he normally is.
Well, he felt that he had the better approach, and he was gonna get his way.
Yeah, he does.
But at the end, was he right, or do you feel like either way would have worked out?
I think either way would have worked out. I just had a certain way I want to do things, and he had a certain way he wanted to do things, and I just got tired of arguing, and I said, all right, whatever. Whatever. It's not worth it. Just whatever.
That's that brotherly love.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
I mean, it's You know how that works.
Yeah.
You love him, but it's you want to strangle him. I'm
Mm.
pretty sure he feels the same way. I feel that
Sure.
way about my brother. I love him to death, but there's times where if he's watching, you know what I want to. Anyway.
Yeah. So back to the footage. We took the time to talk to one of the drivers, and then we're like, forget about it. Let's just get out of here.
Yep.
Went over to the Island Hotel.
Look at the difference in weather.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's me and
weird.
Gabby getting some drinks.
Yeah. We're gonna get some drinks along the way as we we saw this towards the back, and we're like, let's just have some fun here.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with the what's that called? Cornhole?
You
Oh, man,
want
all
to say
those-
bunghole, but it's not. That side of the hotel is very nice.
Yeah.
I really like that side of the hotel.
Yeah, the beach side. Yeah, and it was a good time. The weather was awesome. I mean, we had a good time talking to everybody there, and we all got a few drinks, just to relax. And really, I mean, look at the
Look at the
beach. That
sand.
I didn't even know you took this video. You did this all stealthy.
Yeah,
like. I was pretty
that's-
impressed. I'm very impressed.
I didn't know either, but I figured, he knows how to get behind the scenes from us.
Yeah, and this was the next day. It's again night and day difference compared
Yeah.
to what we were
It was
driving
beautiful. It
into.
was cooler.
Yep.
Oh,
Weather was
much.
nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was great weather.
Oh, you even did a time lapse.
Yeah, a little bit of time lapse
Oh, it's
here
like-
for
Yeah.
I'm impressed, Ben.
some of the things that we did. Yeah,
Get some crotch shots. I like that.
yeah, freaking Noel was like,
Oh,
duper, duper, duper. I'm like, dude, freaking move out of the way.
Yeah, there's a camera. I want to put my crotch hole in it.
You had time to do this while we're announcing?
That's got to be Diana.
Yeah, it's gotta.
So, yeah, that's pretty much sums it. So it was a great time. I
Yeah.
definitely,
That was a very good time.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we didn't have we didn't have a chance to really talk about this, but it was definitely a different experience going to Clutch Kickers this time around because the weather kind of messed it up for Saturday, but it kind of gave us a day off and just to hang out with these drivers and judges and staff that we never have an opportunity to do. Every time we go, we just go set up and get straight to work, and then after we're done, we go back to the hotel. Next day, go back home. And it's just kind of like, this was really cool. Like, we really made great connections, strong friendships. I mean, it's wholly different experience. And the island was a cool destination to hang out at, and the beach was really nice, even though I was getting tired because I'm fat. But
Well, sand and
that sand.
Ben really impressed us with
Yeah.
his strength.
Yeah.
With his superhuman strength. I didn't know you had it in you.
I am flustered that you guys did not capture that. I thought that I was, proving myself.
Because I
figured,
didn't think it was gonna last that long. I was like, he'll get 5 steps down, start falling, and I'm like, he's really going for it.
Yeah, we were in awe. We were in awe.
There was a couple times you started stumbling a little, but you kept going, and
Since
I
we
was
don't
like,
have video, those people that are watching tonight, we bet Ben because us heavier folks were having a hard time in the soft sand.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult because we're so heavy.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
we just
heavy,
sink.
husky. We're husky.
Yeah.
And that we were having a hard time walking in the sand because we were sinking. Well, Ben said, nah, it's nothing. It's no problem. And we're like, okay, yeah, you carry an extra 100-something pounds and you see how you feel. So Gabby jumped on your back and you gave Gabby a piggyback ride for, I'd say, at least about a good 50 to, I don't know, probably more than that. Almost, yeah.
that was
About
like
100
an
yards.
eighth. That was an eighth of a mile. I would
No,
say.
it wasn't an eighth
Yeah,
of a mile.
that's
It was not an eighth of a mile.
That's an eighth of a mile.
That was not an eighth of a mile.
I've gone down an eighth of a mile, and that was
that's
about
not
an
an
eighth.
eighth. That was not an eighth of a mile. I would say it's a good 100 yards. I don't know if that's the same thing. It could be the same thing.
8th of a mile is about 200 yards. I would say. Yeah, I think so.
Anyhow, well, 1820 isn't that
1320.
1320 is
Yeah.
right?
So 660 would be eighth.
Anyways, I was very impressed with Ben's strength, his determination.
Yeah.
Got really stick-to-itiveness.
Thank you.
His commitment, some may call stubborn. Didn't want to quit, right? And
Yeah.
he carried Gabby all the way across. So let me ask you, how do you feel after successfully completing your mission?
I will say I was a bit exhausted, and I did feel like some of my muscles were a bit sore, but at the same time, I felt I was pretty much pushing the limit by the time that I got to the end. But
Yeah.
I was telling Gabby, because even Gabby was worried, and I was telling him, I was like, it's all about weight distribution. You just got to be able to like distribute the weight properly, so that way it works to your advantage.
Right.
Because if you just like carry him like towards the back, you're
No.
putting even heavier load. So if you notice, like I really kind of bent over.
Right.
to,
Nice.
to make sure that I distribute the weight, so
Mhm.
that way it's like I feel less of the pressure. So I
Right.
feel like with that in mind, I was able to successfully prove my point.
Okay.
In
You,
Now
regards
did-
to
you proved us
now-
all wrong.
do it all day now.
do it
yeah.
all day. What are
Yeah,
you talking
because
about?
because I
we
gotta
live
live with
the
this.
fat all day. So you only had to deal with the fat for 100 yards. So anyhow, that's our own fault.
Yeah, no, seriously, this is our own doing. So
Anyhow, but the event, yes, the event ended up being, the second day ended up being great. But to your point, it was good to share that time with some of the judges and the drivers and catch up with them. Because typically, like you said, we show up, it's like a routine. We get there the day of, we go to Peppers, we check in at the hotel, we wake up, we go to Casbah Coffee, we go to the track. Come back from the track, we go to La Rumba's, we go to the hotel, we wake up in the morning, go to Casbah Coffee, we go to the track, and then we go to La Rumba's again, or Whataburger, like we did this time,
Mhm.
and then hop in the car and head all the way back home for an 8 or 9 hour drive. So
yeah,
it was good to have a little different change for us.
yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. You know, maybe next time we'll try to plan it out a little bit differently, where we can get a little bit more done as far as like, you know, hanging out and whatnot. But obviously, you know, the show comes first. So
Yeah.
But can't wait for the next one. The next one, June
Ooh.
11th.
Yeah, so it's about a
13th?
month from now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
So-
less than a month.
yeah.
Oh, no,
It's
it's May 13th, isn't it?
it's
May-
May 14th.
May
Yeah, about a
14th.
month.
About a
It's
month.
Okay.
about 4
Roughly.
weeks.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
Yes.
I also want to take the opportunity to welcome some of our chatters. We got Paul Murphy in the chat and
Oh.
Gavin Gordon.
Gavin.
Gavin.
Oh, what's up, Gavin?
Nice.
Good.
How's the
Hey.
school board doing?
School board.
Works for school board, I think.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I'll put that on mute.
I do want to point out that Paul wrote, Dan saved me from spending $1,500 on that supercharger.
Ah,
And
yes.
he also reiterated how he was right about the tent.
About the tent?
About the tent.
Yeah,
Who
remember
was right about the tent?
Paul.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said Dan was backing him up on that.
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
no. he wasn't.
We're not
And,
going to start
and
this
also
argument now.
Pico de Gallo.
Ah, good old
Oh,
Pico.
what's going on, Brandon?
Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo Racing.
Yeah. Oh, also, since we're still talking about clutch kickers, by the way, guys, don't forget to check out their merch store. And I say that because we need tents. We want to make sure that we are covered, so that way we have no issues when it comes down to the next event. And most importantly, another special announcement, which actually I was going to use as a challenge, and unfortunately, we didn't set it up.
Oh, well, because Paul wasn't here.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. So remember on the you dummies. Remember how like 2 rounds ago, I believe it was, we had a conversation with Mike Castleberry, and he mentioned about how like he thought about putting like palm trees
Yes.
somewhere.
Yes.
Well,
What you got?
Mr. Castleberry, say no more, because I got palm trees.
You got palm trees. Oh, so we're gonna set those up.
I love it.
The challenge was that I was going to do is that you had to inflate
Oh,
one of these palm trees throughout the episode.
that
So
would be a good one.
both of you guys got lucky there. Well, actually, and Paul too.
Yeah,
Holy cow!
But in any case, palm trees, gentlemen.
66-inch.
Yeah.
That's
So?
Why couldn't-
5'6".
why
That's a
couldn't-
big palm tree,
Why
man.
couldn't
Like,
they just round it up 3 inches?
Well, I don't know.
right?
I mean, you didn't go 66. You might as well just go 3 inches more, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I see.
we could cut that 6 out and turn it around, and there we go. And now it'll be correct.
I'm gonna bring my my air pump for that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I
If we
you
do
know,
that,
we're
it'll
gonna
be nice.
passing out trying to blow those things up.
Which would make a great challenge.
Yes, that would
Yes.
make a really good
That would
challenge.
make a good
That,
challenge.
that man, that's a lot of air. Oh man! All right.
That is big. Those are serious.
Yeah.
You got how many you have?
2. It comes in a pair.
Oh, pack of 2.
So if we finish one, we have to keep going with the other.
No,
It's like the pencils.
No, actually, this would have been great as like for 2 people to be hit with a challenge
at the same time.
at the
blowing
same
up?
time. Yeah.
Oh,
Think about it.
man.
Think about it. Or make it a competition. Whoever finishes inflating one gets the win.
Or
Right.
and gets to choose additional punishment for the one that loses.
Yeah.
Like the shot caller.
I like that. So what we would do is spin. The name comes on. Then if somebody lands on that, then there will be a third spin to see who would go up against.
So it's like a blow drag race.
Yeah, exactly.
Blow drag race. There's too many words that
Who
shouldn't be
could
together.
blow the quickest?
that should. There's too many words that shouldn't be together there. So
Yeah.
let's
Drag race.
Yeah. Anyway.
But, yeah, so it's there, and it's gonna be for the next round. I don't know at what capacity. Maybe it'd be in view, maybe not. I hope so. I don't really care. It's there. This Castleberry, he's getting his palm trees. We might create a little tropical getaway in a little booth.
Should get some
Our own
water
little
wings.
what?
Water wings.
Some water wings. Yeah.
Oh,
Some
okay.
goggles.
Some goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I recall Paul mentioned having doing the live stream from the pool. So that'd be great.
Okay. All right.
Set up a little pool there and just coast away and enjoy the sights and the sounds.
Interesting.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
All right.
Oh boy.
Anywho, anything else you guys want to mention regarding clutch kickers before we move on?
Actually, on theme with that, why don't we have another challenge where you have to talk through a snorkel?
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, we can do something like that.
Snorkel, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just the snorkel challenge.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We got to tame down because people are getting hurt. And my wife, for one, is saying that we're gonna hurt ourselves doing this stupid stuff. So I might have to tame down the challenges a little bit.
You don't hang on. You don't seem hurt at all.
No,
Like
no, I'm not.
almost every challenge
Yeah.
has been like you've gone through it unscathed. Like as if like it's
look
not
at it
even
as
a challenge for you.
Well, I look at it as a challenge. So I was just like, hit me,
Yeah.
You got me a couple times. I wasn't.
I was
expecting
okay
it.
with one of them, but the other one not so much. So I'm
Mhm.
I'm not. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna break the camel's back again.
I don't know, man. I'm sort of kind of looking forward to the hot chocolate, but at the same time, it's like, man, that might be
That'll
tough.
be
But
fine.
but I think I could do it. I like
You can do
spicy
it.
food anyway, so.
Any case, okay, so let's go ahead and move on, and let's talk about one of the major events that took place recently, and that is the start of the Formula Drift season 2021.
Yay, everybody's
Yeah.
happy to have a full season this year, right? It looks like everything's
Yeah.
mostly back to norm,
Yeah.
Correct.
right? So
Yeah.
that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, one of the exciting things that they were mentioning is that as time goes on, the venues that are on schedule are going more and more venues are going to full capacity.
Good.
So that's awesome to hear. Like everybody's been waiting for Formula Drift to come back as a real season. Last year felt kind of weird, with the double header rounds or triple header rounds, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but what I liked is they made the attempt to do something,
Right.
right?
And let's be honest, they lost money last year because there was no spectators. They were still putting out, double header weekends, and they even had a problem with one of the tracks where NASCAR did not want to leave.
Oh yeah, I remember they had
At
started all that,
Texas. So I mean, but they still trucked on. So thank you to
Kudos.
Formula Drift for that. But we're back to a full season, and let's see what comes out of it because it seems pretty interesting. We still don't have James Dean, unfortunately, or Peter Visek, but I think the competition
Or Daigo.
Daigo, yeah. But the competition's still pretty stiff out there. So and there's some people now. Come on, man. That's don't say
I'm not saying anything.
no.
I was thinking of something from last week.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Anyway,
Yeah,
but we have some people coming up through the ranks. People that have been around for a while, and but now they're starting to show their potential. But we'll get into that shortly.
Yeah, right off the gate, I want to ask you guys your opinion on the knockout qualifying format, which is one of the major changes that occurred this year. And it was implemented due to the fact that they were unsure on how many drivers were going to be able to compete. Because initially, it didn't seem like they were going to have a field of at least 30 competitors to be able to qualify.
Right.
So they came up with this knockout competition, and all of a sudden, not too far from the start of the event, they had all these other drivers show up and register.
Wow.
So, your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna claim ignorance because I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I watched highlights. It was my daughter's birthday this weekend, so I was so busy last weekend.
Okay.
I only got the highlights and some of the good battles that
But-
happened.
But do you know how it's formatted or
No, I don't.
no
really
idea?
know. Mm-mm.
So essentially, what it is that you have the top 24 drivers,
Mhm.
right, that qualify for the top 24 positions.
Actually, all right,
They get it. Hang on, let me finish.
because you're already messing it
No,
up.
shush.
It's horrible.
Just
but
let me
all right.
finish. Yeesh.
Okay,
This
so
guy is
listen,
on you.
we'll fact check you. Go ahead. You
Yeah.
finish and we'll fact check you.
You're making me lose my train of thought over here. Now I gotta start
You're
all over
stumbling
again.
all over the place.
24.
Yeesh.
24
Anywho.
drivers.
So let's pretend you're gonna do the standard first run. Everybody, right? Everybody does their first run.
Mhm.
So from everybody doing their first run, they get the top 24 from that.
Oh.
From the top 24, they get seated on and they move on.
Oh.
Obviously, you still need 8 more drivers for to finish up for the top 32.
Right.
So they go at it again. The people that didn't make it on the first run, they get a second run,
Oh.
and then
like
the
that.
top 8 from that second run
Fill in.
will fill in the
bottom 8
rest of the spots.
Thank
I
you
like
for
that.
clarifying that, because at first you started off with top 24. I was like, why are you starting there? Anyway,
So they didn't have a top 64. They just do top 32.
yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So
I like that.
yeah,
I like it too.
I think it's good. It speeds up the process.
it's way
Reward
better.
those guys that can go out there on their first run and throw down a good run. They should be rewarded.
It was awesome. Actually, qualifying is usually a drag, right? I mean, it's just single runs and they take their time getting their scores and whatnot. But this time, the top 24 guys were seated. Let's do 8 more runs and we're out of here. But the great thing about it was that since they knew that they were going to have so much extra time, is that they're allowing the people on the live stream to view practice.
Yeah, because there usually is a lot of downtime during a 4-minute drift event.
Right. So we got to see a little bit of practice. I mean, they didn't show all of it. There was still commercials in the middle, but we got to see practice. So we get to see like, hey, what drivers look strong, which ones, and who's going to surprise us. And it just made it for a much more entertaining show. And it gives an incentive, like you said, to drive hard on your first run. And then, if you didn't make it on that one, then if you get zeroed on your first run, yes, you could be conservative and still get into the show. And we finally got a 32 car field this time. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 years since we've had that.
No buy runs?
No buy runs.
Ooh, that's good.
So that was great. And something else that this qualifying format I think is going to happen later down the year is strategizing. I think some of the top drivers might try to kind of sabotage their own run to see if they can get into the bottom 8, to see if they can knock out some of the top guys in top 32.
So we're just saying they're going to sandbag.
They're going to sandbag, yeah. So I think we can see some of those. I mean, this is my prediction. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, but they're going to sacrifice. Well, I guess they don't that much qualifying points, but you're sacrificing points.
You're sacrificing some points, but to knock out the guy that is right on your tail in points is,
if you know, or he can knock you out, and so not only do you not get the qualifying points, but you got knocked out. So that's a gamble.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, but I mean, some people are risky like that. So,
You think anybody did it?
No, not yet. It's too early in the season. We don't know who's.
Early in the season.
Yeah, I think towards the middle end of the season we might see something like that, where people start like strategizing during qualifying. I mean, it would be cool to see that.
Well,
That's cool.
I recall famously Mr. Daigo Saito, where he wouldn't necessarily try to get the top spot in qualifying. He would usually end up somewhere in the middle of the field.
Yeah, middle to the back, like 22nd around there.
Uh-huh.
Like he liked that number, and from there on he just started destroying everybody. And he would go up against, at 22nd place, you're going up against the guy who placed maybe 10th or 11th place in qualifying. That's usually a pretty good driver. And he just started like knocking him out, and that's why he ran away with that championship.
That single reason is why he ran away with. You heard it here, folks. Not because he had more horsepower that year or anything else.
No, you want to clarify that?
His strategy.
Yes,
during
it's
qualifying.
I
is what
meant
won
to
him the
say
championship.
I meant to say it's part of the reason that he was able to get the
Just
championship.
like
My bad.
Like your butt is part of your body, right? It's the stinky part.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In any case, Mr. Matt Field
Yes.
won the top spot.
Yes. He
With
qualified
a score with
95.
95,
Yes,
correct?
95.
Yeah.
Mm.
And go ahead, no.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, he scored a 95, and at first it was a little odd because we were like, okay, maybe the judges. Again, it's always an issue of trying to calibrate what the
Yeah.
judges are looking for. So
'Cause
we'll
it
probably
changes, right? As the runs start to go, it kind of seems like the judging expectations change a little bit from the first driver to like once you get a little past halfway through the pack.
Actually,
Yeah.
the good thing about the way they're running it is now they're not going from the lowest seated driver to the highest. They're starting from number 1 in points and going back. So the expectations are high right off the bat.
Oh.
So I think that's something that is helping kind of level out the scoring. But we were having problems. I mean, it was the first event back since the off season and everything. So like Ben and I, we were trying to like figure out what the scores were, and like towards the beginning we were like way off, and then already like through the middle of the first runs we had it figured out like what the scores more or less were gonna be. So some scores were a little surprising.
Did they do a breakdown on the judging?
They probably did, but we were probably talking over it.
I actually don't remember. There was a few moments in time where they showed a map
Right.
displaying like where the acceleration, deceleration, inside, outside, the usual map, but I don't
They change
recall.
anything? They change anything?
No, as far as like the actual judging, I don't think they changed anything. I think we just talked over it while they were talking about it. So,
in any case, let's get to some of the interesting battles that unfolded at the event, and one of them being involving Mr. Chelsea Denofa going up against Taylor Hall. Two individuals that are no strangers to battling one another because we've seen them battle.
yeah, in
Clutch kickers.
and here in FD. So,
Ooh, long old e-brake hold off that clip though, but
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see Chelsea starting to pull away from Taylor here, but Taylor kind of cuts the line to catch right back up. And so that's already a knock on Taylor there, but he's doing what he has to do to keep up with Chelsea. Of course, we all know that the Mustangs are, the RTR Mustangs specifically are really some of the best cars on the field.
that's not so much the chassis as more it is the crew that sets that car up.
Right. It definitely all part of an equation. The drivers, the crew, the car, it all comes down to, having everything in place for that.
That's a very similar color to Chelsea's original livery, isn't it?
Yeah, he's always like the purple and gold. So I'm guessing he's just holding on to that. So that's the replay there. And they were a little off that inner clip as well. Allowed Taylor to kind of keep up as well through there. So
this one went one more time, correct?
It did go one more time, and that will be shown why on the second run of this battle here. So we're going to have Taylor leading Chelsea.
Taylor, did the best he could.
Yeah.
He put on pretty good effort there. But I think you're right that Mustang is just really ripped up, and the money that's behind that car.
Yeah.
The crew and everything, the setup.
Yeah.
And you got Chelsea behind the wheel.
Yep.
You just got to hope that Chelsea messes himself up.
And that's what happens right here.
Yep.
I thought he was going to spin out, honestly,
that car's got so much angle.
It's got so much angle, and the suspension geometry and everything is just like perfect on that thing. It's going to hold it. It happens real quick, but Chelsea puts 2 tires off, chasing Taylor down, although he had, for the rest of the run, would probably be a better chase considering the fact that he stayed online better than Taylor Hall did.
What are you talking about? The chase run.
On the chase run.
Chase for chase, yeah.
Yeah, chase for chase.
Yeah, chase for chase. I mean, Chelsea just left whole start line.
Yeah.
Holding catch up till right about there.
Yeah.
And really sacrificing a lot of
the line.
Yeah, the line major trying to cut it. But here you go, Chelsea right here, right through the. I wonder what he thinks there. Is like, oh, I'm going to cut through the grass they won't see.
It's tough, man. I mean, you could see that he was driving through the smoke. Probably couldn't see
Yeah,
the.
Chelsea's seasoned driver. I don't think that fades. I think I don't know. Maybe he just.
I don't know. It looked like
Had he not done that, he would have won right there.
He would have won right there. So, do we have the one more time?
You know, go back a little bit.
You want to see the overhead?
Yeah, I want to see the overhead. Taylor Hole cuts the line, and that could be why Chelsea kind of followed him on the inside. Look, right?
Yeah,
Taylor Hole dropped. I don't know, almost dropped 2 tires. Go back.
Let's see.
It looks like he almost drops 2 tires on the inside. Watch when he switch backs.
It's one.
Really close, though.
It's really close.
But like, so that's probably why Chelsea went so far inside there.
Yeah.
Right.
He went to attack at that point but a lot of drivers were actually dropping tires there. It was kind of a lot of battles were won and lost there. So I mean, this seems to be the
battle.
One more time.
Yep. Ben's on point today. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen.
So here we go. Taylor's very late on initiation and completely washes out there.
Scoot off the boot.
And that was
that.
And Chelsea just puts down the lead run that he has to put down.
Yeah, because Hole was because he initiated too late. It threw him offline.
Yeah, you could see he was just trying to play catch up, and by the time he initiated, it was all over there.
There's a lot of tents back there. A lot of people there.
Oh yeah,
that's full capacity, man.
Oh, it's full capacity. I think it's more than they've ever seen because people are just eager to get out.
That's a fun event, though.
Yeah, that's
favorite event.
Yeah,
but I can't really say I've been to any other ones. I've been to Orlando, and been to PBIR.
I've been to PBIR, Homestead. I haven't.
Wow, oof.
And Atlanta. I haven't gone to OSW. I've never actually lived here when they had an OSW. You're
not missing it.
So, but I've been there for grassroots events. It's a cool place. It's good for grassroots. But but this track, it's not just the event, it's like the venue. Everything is amazing. Like just walking through the parking lot, you see so many cool cars.
I think the best thing we do is just rent a golf cart. You just rent a golf cart, you park outside the track, you leave your car there, you drive the golf cart in. When there's that massive line to get out of the track, you just take your golf cart and you drive right past everybody.
Oh yeah.
Car's parked out front, you hop in the car and you're out.
Yeah, because
the best way to go.
I've parked in the infield and it's about 2 hours to get out of there. It's
right. You just better off hanging out and wait until
it's
everybody's
misery.
gone.
Thursday is awesome because nobody's there and you could just drive around everywhere and get different viewpoints.
They still doing the time attack?
Yes.
The time attack?
Yes, I had time attack this year.
Wait, hold on a second.
Hang on, I want to show you guys this. This is a little glitch.
Yeah.
But they quickly rectify it. So
and
we're waiting for the judge's decision.
There on the other side. And here they are. Slide him left for Denofa, right for Taylor Hole. Whoa. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. That is not right. That is incorrect.
What got me?
Wait. Can I point something out?
Go ahead.
Because when we do the clutch kickers, people are like, oh, blah, 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 blah. This is all these things go wrong. Right there, right? Yeah. How much money and everything goes into how much they pay for all the edit, the overlays, the editing, and everything that goes into the production of this live stream.
Right.
And they screw up. They Steve Harvey'd it. right. But at least Jared, he did say, hey, whoa, that's not right. But I'm just saying, people shouldn't be so hard on the clutch kickers when we're doing a live stream and things go. It's not even close to the scales Formula Drift yet.
Yeah, and and they still make mistakes. What got me was when the first one went to Taylor, and you just hear him go, "Oh," like
that ain't right.
Like what? That got me. That was hilarious.
The Ryan ended up explaining that what happened was the sun was so bright that it made it difficult to.
Oh, the sun was in my eye.
Yeah. It made it difficult for them to see their iPad to be able to input their decisions properly.
I have to say that the sun does set behind the trees.
This was the beginning of it. This wasn't setting sun.
It might
look at the shadow. The sun wasn't setting.
I get it, but I mean
they got tents.
But it does get in your eyes. from where they're at, yeah, it does pretty bad.
Just never mind.
Hey, it happens, okay? All right. I felt bad for them. All right. But they rectified it, made the decision. Chelsea Denova moved on, eliminated Mr. Taylor Hall.
And that's what threw me off because I saw that on Derp, and I was like, wait a minute. I watched. I was like, how did Taylor Hall win? You know, at first, and then I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and anything else you guys want to mention, talk about this battle, or
No, it was
Nope.
pretty straightforward except for that glitch that they had there.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. So let's go ahead and move on over to let's do this one over here.
Oh,
Adam LZ.
man.
I don't really like Adam LZ's car. Looks livery's cool, but I don't know, something about it. Just,
Well, now with the 315s, it's really big in the
Yeah,
back,
it's-
and but yeah, you can see Rad Dan is just pulling a gap.
ripping it.
Yeah, and
What happened with LZ?
he bad timing on that transition. It seemed the first transition, but here LZ is gifted a technical problem with Dan's car. I heard something about losing boost. So yeah, it was a gift to LZ right there. LZ still has a chance because that means that the lead car is zeroed out.
Right.
The chase car does not have to finish the run.
Right.
He automatically gets the advantage. And I mean, it was just LZ's car looks like it just doesn't have a lot of side bite.
Yeah, but he's got these mass tires. I mean, he should have plenty of side bite.
Right, but it doesn't. Like you can see, even off throttle, the car gains angle. It out of nowhere. It's really, really weird.
Tires he's running? He's running.
He's on Nitto 315 40 18. They're massive tires. And
Very low air pressure, almost like a drag tire setup.
it's
Okay, let's see what happens now.
all right. So this gets real interesting.
Let me put some volume because I really like how it finishes.
LZ will lead.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can keep it together, and if we get an advancement. As long as he keeps it where the rubber meets the road, we will have a winner as Adam LZ rips up. Oh, and Dan Burkett shuts it down once again. But Adam LZ swings wide as long as he keeps it. Like I said, rubber meets the road. That will be a deduction, but not an incomplete. So Adam LZ making his way through the course as long as he crosses the finish line.
Crosses the finish line. So did he spin?
And Adam LZ,
Hang on.
what are you doing, bro? Zero. As long as he keeps it, like I said, rubber meets the road.
The reaction
that will
is
be a
so
deduction,
good.
but not an incomplete.
It's so good.
So Adam LZ making his way through the course as long as he crosses the finish line. And Adam LZ, what are you doing, bro? Zero chill. How do the kids say? Shee!
So, everybody says it too. It's kind of funny. Anyway,
Adam, dude, what is your zero chill?
yeah. So Adam gets a 0 for that there. But because he
single zeroed.
yeah he got 1-0 and then Dan got 2-0. So
it's really sloppy.
yeah.
We got that one close.
Yeah, he was having trouble all weekend figuring out the car and the entry and everything. I mean, oh man,
That's a lot of angle in that car to be able to hold that right there.
yeah, yeah, it's incredible what these cars are capable of holding. But technically, that is a spin. Well, I mean,
if you throw it, that's like a reverse entry.
yeah,
Exit. It's a reverse exit. That's all. He didn't spin. He just reverse exit did.
Yeah, to me, my personal opinion, that's a spin.
That's your personal opinion.
Yeah, but yes, they end up explaining that he did 0 that run.
Well, absolutely, it's 0. And Dan, you got to just
Yeah,
shave it, man. Shave it off.
A shame because Dan was driving really well. We saw it. He was doing a really good lead run there.
Oh, he was ripping it.
But the car just wasn't having it. So,
That's a Jay-Z power, isn't it?
well, so is Adam's car. So, Hey, but the only RB car in the field didn't make it. So
Where? Who?
Ryan Littrell.
Ah,
Yeah,
he
he-
didn't make it.
Yeah, the car couldn't. He didn't have the car ready to be teched. The car was there. It just wasn't ready to be teched. So by the time it was time to qualify,
So that's another strike against the RBs,
the
huh?
RBs, yeah.
Mm.
So
I would suggest you guys check out Adam LZ's video, the one for the Road Atlanta event,
Yeah.
because he puts up a lot of the in-car footage,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and you could tell that he is struggling.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
fighting the car.
He's fighting the car, and I got to tell you, from my opinion, not a professional, I completely get it. I don't like the way how the car is set up, with the way how he's driving and how it's reacting.
mhm.
I don't see it being a car that gives you a lot of confidence in the way how it behaves. And
Right.
there was moments in time where like I felt he could have maybe slowed down a little bit more with adding extra angle, but I think he would just realize it at the like the very last moment and save it.
Yeah.
And I think I mean there was also that time in the second qualifying run where he went in hard into the first turn, but he dipped the tire,
Yeah.
swung it around, and miraculously saved it from
Yeah.
spinning the opposite way and was
Yep.
able to continue through. He almost got himself knocked out
Yeah.
because he zeroed out on his first run, and he needed to get the second run to be able to be in the show, and he almost didn't make it.
And you know, there's another thing we forgot to mention about in qualifying the nighttime driving. A lot of people were screwing up, and it seemed like the cars were gripping up pretty hard. It was kind of like clutch kickers.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's another thing I noticed too.
Yeah.
That he mentioned that the grip levels increased as the night progressed,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which brought me back to what a lot of the drivers experience over at clutch kickers.
Yeah.
Then what you got to do as a driver is make adjustments to your initiation point, because obviously if it's grippy
Yeah.
you should be entering a little later compared to how you were entering hours
don't come
prior
in-
to that.
So you don't come in shallow on the first clip.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. And you can see like a lot of Adam LZ's initiations. He would initiate, and the car would immediately start shooting in a little early onto the
As
inner
soon as he
clipping.
got back on the gas.
Like even pulling the handbrake, the car just started driving itself in. It's just.
You think
like-
it's a tire change,
I think it's just.
or he's just not used to driving it with that much grip? It
He
doesn't look like
he
he has that much grip,
mentioned
though.
that he wasn't so used to the such high speed entries, and then of course the nighttime really was messing with the grip level. So I mean, I think there was a lot going on for him there, but considering everything, the guy made it to the top 8.
Correct.
A little bit of luck, but he still was able to drive to the top 8, and he won his battle. I don't know if you're going to show that or not. Against Castro.
I don't have that now.
Okay, cool. So he won his battle against Castro, and it was a straight up battle.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't like he got lucky. No, it was a straight up battle, and he won it. So yeah, Adam deserves to be there. You know, for the haters. You know, yeah, he does deserve to be there. It's just that right now the car is kind of wonky, and he's figuring it out. Another thing he was fighting was power steering. He mentioned that they went to like a different power steering pulley or pump or something, and the car had to move for him to be able to move the steering. So he was fighting a lot of things. There was a lot of things going against him. So
But there's a very evident contrast between the way how he drives the S15 and his E36.
Oh yeah,
And I just
yeah.
feel like he's just more in tune with the E36 compared to the S15.
even a 350.
Yeah.
Even around a 350, he's like he's having fun.
Yeah.
This, like you said, looks like he's struggling.
yeah, even at clutch kickers, when he drove the S15, he was struggling all weekend. Yes, did he make it to third place? Great, but even getting up to there, you could still see that it was just really tough for him to manage that car. So there's still development to be done on the car, and I think that once they have it figured out, he's gonna be able to drive that thing, and he's gonna hurt some feelings.
But he's already hurting feelings, I'm sure.
Hurting feelings.
I don't know.
Okay,
Hurting his feelings.
let's go ahead and move on to the
I don't know how
next.
you guys have never heard of whatever.
What? Hurt?
Let's go ahead and move on to this next battle involving Mr. Jeff Jones.
All right,
Oh.
that's the story right there of the weekend.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Rockstar Toyota Supra, a nasty initiation there, really well done. Jeff Jones taking that more straight line approach, but very fluid. Gotta love this. As Osbo comes now into the keyhole, into that second outside zone. Jeff Jones right there. Jeff Jones cannot be shaken. Mr. 818 worldwide, bringing it to the former champ of Osbo. Look at that, Ryan. Jeff Jones impresses me every time.
Awesome.
Hang on, let me pause this for a moment, gentlemen. Let's get serious here. What was the likelihood of like, from your point of view, what was the likelihood of Jones over
Osbo?
taking out Osbo? What do you think? Because it's Osbo we're talking about here.
Right.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It was just like, but he did it before. So yeah, he did. He took out. That's the second time they took out.
I think
Osbo,
I think this is
It
the
is.
second time he's beaten Osbo.
The second time. So
okay.
So he did it before, so we know he has it in him. But this is Road Atlanta, and thinking Osbo's gonna be more dialed in. Second year on that car, so it's obviously not like, oh, Jones has got it. It's gonna be like, ooh, I hope he can get it. But I like Freddie too. Freddie's a great guy, so I know Freddie. So it was a hard one. I think I'm going to go for Jones because he's the underdog, and plus, I know him better than I know Freddie. But Jackson, I got to support. I got to support Jones just because of Jackson. So it's default, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the way I saw it was, I've been watching them practice and qualifying and everything, and Osbo was on absolute fire all weekend. And I was like, I like Jones. Jackson's on the team. I'm rooting for him, but that's a tall order, to go up
Right.
against.
And Freddie is a tall guy,
Yeah.
so it is. Tall order.
So
Actually, Jones isn't. He's not too short either. I always forget how tall he is. I got to see him the other day at Jackson's shop, and I was like, wow, he's actually kind of tall.
yeah, he's a big boy. And so when you see this run, number one, Frederick Osbo's lead run was dialed. I mean, he was all in the right places. The angle, the way he was driving the car, it was spot on. But Jeff was just all over him in a way that you didn't expect Jeff Jones to be all over Osbo.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like,
it was almost like Randy going up against
Alec Honadell.
Alec Honadell.
Yeah.
When the way Randy attacked, of course, Randy still lost.
Yeah.
So I mean, Jeff, is going to move on in this one, but it was very impressive to see Jeff being able to maintain line proximity, because that's something that I think that Officer Dan or Dwayne was talking about, is that when Randy led and Alec followed, Randy, yes, had good proximity, but his line, he shallowed up his line to keep that proximity, but Alec was able to run a better lead line from the chase position and maintain proximity. And that's basically like kind of what we saw here in Jeff Jones. We saw him be able to maintain good proximity and following a good lead line as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
He
sense.
wasn't sacrificing anything to keep that proximity.
Right.
All right, so
So
let's
let's
go
see the,
ahead
Time
and
goes
move
second
on
half.
here.
Another great start to a battle here.
Well, you saw the first one. Actually, let's see the overhead. I just like seeing the overhead.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
If it switches over
Here
to
it
it.
goes right here. Right there,
But here's
with
where
him
Jones
all the way
starts
around.
making his mark.
There we
He's
go.
able to get right up on the door, Frederick
Making
Osbo,
all the right
after outside
adjustments
zone
to
number two
stay
and
right
into that
there. I
Right
mean,
there, stand, fall in the
And as he
same
moves
line.
back around
Yep.
here, he's still in the fight, keeping the pressure on Osbo.
Good job. Good job,
Yeah.
Jeff.
With that incredible lead, has also made
Okay, move on to. Oh, that's right. There was an issue. Mr.
Mm.
Jeff Jones had to call it competition
That's right.
timeout.
Isn't there a little interview they do, right? Here, let's see
Yeah.
what's going on. Turn it.
Timeout. Also, the lights are going, or the sun is setting, but the lights are turning on because Type S. I don't know if you're seeing the
we can
underglow
see
underneath
Lorette
every
is,
single one of the cars. The LED around the track.
talking
Type
to
S
Jeff Jones,
just has their Pro
asking
Series
him
LED kits
interview.
now available at types.com.
Probably asking him what
It's his favorite
Where's
flavor
that?
ice cream is.
where the after party is.
Yeah, where's the after party?
Max one per customer. So again, types.com, FDATL.
What's your poison and while you wait for your car to get fixed?
What's your favorite flavor fruit roll-up?
let me take your drink order real
Mhm.
quick.
Stroker kits. I mean, you know the name, Brian.
Where's
Crowder.
Jackson? There he is.
Oh, there he
Look at
is.
Jackson, all
Look at this guy
clean.
right here.
He's all clean.
Way too hot. It didn't grip up. It didn't have like the side bite, you know, that we saw previously. And he looked.
There's Jackson
good
there.
to 30.
You don't recognize him when he cuts his hair and he cleans himself up. Like you're like, where is Jackson? I can't tell where he is. And you're like, oh, he's got a haircut. That's him.
Also strange seeing him with gloves.
Yeah, actually, it is.
Yeah. Well,
Look
he
at
knows
that.
that the cameras are going to be on him, so got to be like, I can't show how I really work here.
Think so?
Yeah, he's got a.
Hey, he doesn't have any spot of grease on him.
Yeah.
That's not Jackson.
Oh,
That's
man,
an
people around the
imposter.
world watching. Jeff Jones, his wife in the building. Osbo. Don't know where Hunter's at, but here we go. Jeff Jones leading. Frederick Osbo giving chase. Jeff Jones initiating into that first front
I'd go
clip.
right on in there, though.
And look at that transition. Well done. Look at Osbo just nicking that course marker. Jeff Jones swinging for the fences. Fills that second outside zone into that second front clip outside of the keyhole. Oh, Jeff Jones shot it outside wide. Then tries to tighten it up there on that touch and go. And then Jeff Jones across that front clip. Man, what do you think?
You could
Riley
see
Ongpin, JP Ongpin, you guys are watching.
As they're exiting or as they're coming around enter clip 2, that Osbo's wheel got fully cambered in. Like it was really bad. Let's see if we can get that
He's
same
right on
shot.
his door there through the entry.
Yeah, that.
But this is there he goes, like straight right
Look
there.
at
Yep.
his, yeah, you saw his rear wheel. Look at it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, there it goes.
Let's rewind a little bit so that way.
It happens right here.
What about
Boom.
something happened right there?
Yep.
And then look at that. Wow.
And he's still staying with him.
Well, yeah, of course he's not gonna pull out. He doesn't know what's going on. He just know,
Yeah.
okay, something doesn't feel right with the car.
Yeah.
And that's why he almost straightened out there too.
Yep.
Pico the guy who wrote Jackson cuts his hair more for Jeff Jones more than his girlfriend.
I have to agree. I think he's absolutely right with that because
Yeah.
I was actually a little jealous of the way they were glancing at each other and the little twinkle in their eyes, looking across the room. And
It almost seemed like that they couldn't wait for you to leave.
I felt definitely felt like I was a third wheel.
Yeah.
Definitely felt it like I was a third wheel. And the way they sit opposite each other with their legs open, and that was kind of weird.
Whoa, what's going on over here?
They kind of lay back and they just spread their legs and they look at each other and they talk. Even though I'm talking, they're totally tuning me out. So I left because I was just like, I'm not going to be the third wheel.
Yeah. All right. So a little insight of the Jeff Jones, Chris Jackson relationship
Romance,
there.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on over here? Having a little bit of connection issue.
Are we?
Yeah. Well, hopefully it gets sorted out.
Yeah. So look at Osbo's rear wheel right there.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at that.
Totally
Right.
stands out.
Oh, Camber
there.
Gang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty serious.
Yeah. So they end up doing a side by side.
Yeah, you said there was a video where you can see Osbo's spring pop out of his car.
Yeah. There's at some point they show it, but I mean I don't think we're gonna go fishing for that right now.
Yo.
Yep, there it is. Jeff Jones gets the win. I mean, this is awesome to see Jeff Jones. I mean, we've been seeing him for years and years and years, and you know he was struggling, and
He doesn't burn out as he's happy.
yeah, he's happy. He beat Osbo. Look at that.
Yeah, I like the interview later. You gonna play that interview later?
I could find it. I'm
It's
just trying to do some
before all this.
troubleshooting here.
It's before it's after this.
Yeah, it was during his competition timeout.
You know, because
Oh, that's right. He beat Osbo. You're right. Sorry. Right.
Thank you. Take that. Take every little victory I can.
No, especially coming from me.
Mm.
No, I thought I did, but I could look it up afterwards.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So that was all the battles you got, right?
Oh no, I got a couple more. I was
Okay.
I just wanted to highlight that because it was a bit unexpected. Because, like Noel mentioned, it was a tall order going up against Frederick Osbo.
Yeah.
And Jeff Jones persevered.
Absolutely. No, he definitely did. And with help of Jackson and the other guys there, they put a lot of time and effort into it, right? They don't have
They don't have the same
They
resources.
don't have the resources. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. You know, Freddie's got a good team to back him, so he's basically got to show up and drive and
Yeah.
give his input. And something happens to a car, they're right on top of it.
Yeah.
But whatever Jeff Jones and Jackson are doing, they need to keep doing it because it's just the beginning of the season and they're in 4th place.
Yeah, Osbo has arguably the best engineer on his team. You know, putting that car together, and you know, with Steph Papadakis, the guy's a legend in import drag racing and all. And
but it seems a little like I'm telling you, I almost seem like switching to the platform was a mistake.
No, that he says he loves it.
He says he loves it, but I'm going by the results.
Well, he won his first event in that car.
Event. Who won? Wait.
Osbo won round 1 of last year in that car and won round 7.
But he was on fire in that little Scion thing. He was ripping.
Oh yeah. But I still think
and even at the Corolla, I think he was ripping it too.
Yeah, but they're liking the Super more. I think once they have, well, I mean, it was just a weird suspension issue there. That was really weird. Honestly, if that wouldn't have happened, it would have been. I think we would have seen maybe a different result. But I'm not taking anything away from Jeff Jones or the crew.
I think you are.
It's just that, man, that weekend he was on fire. I'm telling you, it was crazy to watch Osbo. I was thinking that he was gonna win the event,
but he didn't.
But he didn't. You know.
Sorry, Freddie. There's next round.
Yeah.
In any case, sorry, I'm just so busy over here trying to like do some troubleshooting, and unfortunately, my hands are pretty tied. But let's go ahead and carry on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the next battle. So we did Denofa, we did Jones, we did LZ. Here we go. This is something that Noel actually wanted to highlight, and it's this.
Oh yeah. Look at what happens right here.
Big angle from Vaughn Kitten Jr. Look at that. He's got
see that rear wheel?
Tire, Ryan, you're pointing out.
Yeah.
Did it go flat? I don't know. That thing looks like he's on rim potentially. But if
you'll see it now. Look at his rear wheel.
Looks like he's running beadlocks.
Vaughn Kitten Jr. initiates. Big angle from Vaughn Kitten Jr. Look at that. He's got that back right
and
tire, Ryan, you're pointing
the
out.
car is still, like, it's going slower, obviously, but it's still ripping. I thought that was crazy. Of course, you know, that had to come to an end. But Vaughn was another person that all weekend was he seemed extremely hard to beat. And it was kind of a shame to see him go out like that, because I mean, I wanted to see a straight up battle between the #1 qualifier and the 2020 champ. You know, but it was just, it's crazy how that just happened. It just, you know, on initiation.
Well, they run at such low tire pressure.
Right. And I get that, but man, right there, it already happened. I feel like the tire hit the rumble strip at a certain point or a certain way, and it just kind of debeated the tire, and that was just, man, that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
wow.
The car's still picking up the
yeah, trio action there.
Yeah,
but
still... he was one of the first cars to be doing that around the track.
Yeah.
And then it kind of started a trend. You saw Asbo when Asbo was running; it was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Von Gitten's team.
Right,
oh yeah, it hit the rumble strip.
It hit the rumble strip. Yeah, it hit the end of the rumble strip, and that's what did it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it sucks, but I mean, Matt Field was still on fire, so it was it wasn't gonna be easy for Vaughn either way. So yeah,
Mustang looks good. I'm still not really a fan of the vets.
I've gotten so used to them now that I'm kind of wanting one now.
Yeah.
I would definitely not turn it down. That might be something that I'm gonna look into way in the future. I'm talking about years from now, but
you got to do a lot more stamping there, pal.
Yeah, I know. They're going up.
They are.
They're going up in price. Any used cars anything that's popular in drifting is going up in price now.
Oh.
Look at the 350Zs.
Not too bad. I've been seeing some 350Zs they're still on between 4 to 6.
Yeah, for some like really rough ones. But if you want like the DEs are now going for old HR money.
Oh.
Like they're going up, and the HRs are now back almost $10,000 for for a stock HR.
Oh,
right. It's going up like crazy. The Corvettes they're becoming astronomical for if you're looking for a used car to go drifting. I mean, I think it's in a way still worth it because of everything that you get with those cars.
Mhm.
And then you have, you know, the Mustangs are going up too. What other car can we think of? Those are really the main cars
Mhm.
right now. So that,
There's
but
a couple good deals out there though right now. I saw some.
Mhm.
I think I was selling S13. That seemed like it was a pretty good deal.
Oh,
Drift
really?
ready with the V8 in it, somewhere up in Orlando.
really,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So I mean, the deals are still out there.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to search a little more.
You gotta be patient. That's all.
Yep.
Got a comment in the chat from Pico, the guy that writes, Papa D was mad they lost. Heard he drew his clipboard.
Yeah, there was I think there was a raffle or something going on to give a prize to whoever can name the distance, how far he threw his clipboard. Yeah, Jackson posted up, says, "Can anybody tell me how far Jeff Papadakis threw his clipboard?" Apparently, he was really mad. But hey, that's racing.
It's part of the game. I mean, you're not gonna win every time. And
Anyways, so who's on Papadakis' team this year?
it just seems like it's only Osbo and Ryan Turk. I think I could be wrong about this because I haven't looked into it, but I think Castro is on his own, although he is running a Papadakis built in
Okay.
car. But I think he's on his own. He has like
How'd Ryan do?
knocked out in top 16. I forgot how. I think he spun out or something. Yeah, like something crazy happened where everybody was in shock. You know, like it's crazy to think that the entire Papadakis team was out by the top 16.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, it is pretty rough.
yeah,
Not a good day for Papadakis.
No,
Good day for Falcon, though.
yeah, Falcon with a 1-2 finish.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Are they running Falcon tires? Just joking. Just
okay,
joking.
I was.
Just joking.
It took me a second. I was
You're like, well, of course they are.
Did you have one more battle?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I have the. It's so strange. Why is it that it's doing this thing? It's so weird.
Is it still going to be recorded clearly on?
Yeah,
YouTube?
yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
Well, there's always the reruns, guys. You could always.
Yeah, that's where most of our views come, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, I really don't know what happened there, but let's go ahead and switch over to the final battle.
Oh yeah, this got
that
pretty interesting.
took place between Odie and Field. So let's go ahead and show that for you guys.
Oh yeah,
Here we go.
things got interesting
And
real
yeah,
quick.
I like the Here we go. Here we go. That is Matt Field.
Pay attention
And
right
Odie
around.
Nice job there by Matt
Oh no,
Field
this is
on
the one more
pitch,
time
going
battle,
that
isn't it?
first
Yeah.
outside zone.
Oh, you didn't
Into
show
the
the
second
first
outside zone.
one.
Both these guys are
No,
dialed.
you didn't
Rip
show
Gordon
the
ready to go.
first
Here they go.
one.
Around that front clip, out of
But
the keel,
Odie, I
both
mean,
guys
all
ready to
over
go. Now down into
Matt,
the touch
I mean,
and go in that final
all over him
clip.
like white on
Looks like
rice.
we got a full pull here, Ryan. Look at that.
Oh,
just
2 tires
missed
off.
that.
0.
Odie
That's one
Boschi's
tire. That was one
overshoots.
tire.
2
I'm just trying to be
tires off.
dramatic.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it was.
boy.
I think it was past the finish line.
It was past the finish line. I was over here busy talking about the Dub House, the old Waffle House, man.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
All right,
Let me
well,
just show you
Matt
right
Field looks like
fast
he's back.
what happened at the very beginning.
So smothered is cheese, right? Covered, cubed, chunked, and then capped. I like the shrimp. I like the shrimp. Here we go. Here we go.
So
That is
as they're initiating, he's talking about food.
Okay. So, so there you go. We do that too, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
especially towards the end of the night, we start getting
Yeah.
hungry and
yeah,
we
start
just,
talking about food stuff. It happens. You're
Yeah.
as an announcer, I can sympathize now with Jared more than I probably ever could before, is because you're talking for so long, you get tired by the end of the day.
Yeah.
You start to get a little delirious,
Oh yeah.
and you're thinking about food because you've had nothing but crap the whole time and snacks, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's been a long day. You've
Long
been
day.
under the sun. You're running out of things to talk about.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no other upcoming battles that's going to take place.
Even
Yeah.
Not to mention that's as Noel mentioned, that was a one more time battle.
hmm
They
Yeah.
had battled before, and something happened that they made contact.
So what happened was Matt was leading, Odie was chasing, and as they transitioned out of the first inner clip,
Mhm.
Odie kind of got a little overzealous and ran into Matt because he had nowhere to go
Mhm.
at that point, and they just kind of like stopped the run right there. So
So how did that go one more time then?
yeah, that's what I'm not remembering exactly what happened. on the second run, is there any way we could pull that up, Ben? Or
Yeah, I could look that up.
yeah, so
But here clearly Odie took it.
yeah, Odie won. We can keep going on this to see the exact result.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
And Odie Boxy.
Oh, we can fast
Nice
forward
job
to
there
this.
by
Just
Matthew
let's leave it alone.
Alonso. Going to that first outside zone.
But I'll tell you, Field did put a little gap
Into
of
the
these
second
treatment on
outside
him right
zone.
there.
Both
Oh,
these
yeah.
guys are dialed. Rip Roar ready to go into the keyhole.
Nice.
Around
You
that
got
front
right
flip,
back
out
in
of
the pocket there, though, I'll tell you that.
Now
Yep.
down into that touch and go in that final
Man.
flip. Looks like we got a
That
full
must be a
pull
lot of
here,
fun.
Ryan. Look at that. Oh,
At that
just
level,
missed that.
having
Odie
1,000
Boxy
horsepower cars.
overshoots.
And having
The
that much
tires
seat time.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
and especially when you get to a final against somebody you drive a lot so much, because
Yeah.
they're the frenemies.
teammates. Right.
They're the frenemies, so they do a lot of driving together. So I mean, it's just an all-out battle at that point. Just, you know, it's got to be a blast.
Oh, kind of direction there.
Yeah, you could see that he almost dipped the tire off, so he had to kind of straighten out to not go into those pylons there.
So you wanted to see the first battle between them?
He did.
Yeah, because just to clarify exactly how they got to the one more time.
He can't recollect.
Yeah, I do know.
He needs a little bit of recollection.
Memory's failing me.
It happens.
Yeah, we're getting older, so
Is this it? No, this is the second half.
yeah, this is the second half.
Let's watch it. Run number 2.
You could use that in the ad, okay? Teal and blue, 1 and 2. That's how we do. Trademark. There we go. It's all you. Thank you. I'll send you my Venmo. All right. Speaking of Venmo, talking about getting paid. Let's send it Atlanta for potentially the last time here of the evening. Odie Boxy, south front, Matt Field, sweating them. Look at this. Around that first front clip. Oh man, Matt Field. He is a man
Matt Field's doing
possessed.
pretty good. How did Odie win this one?
Outside zone 1.
You're about to
Outside
see it
zone 2. Field
right
taking a
on
shallower line.
this
But look at
transition
Matt
here.
Field. Oh,
Oh, you
man,
can't
took a
see it, but
shallower
yeah,
line.
right
He
there.
had
You
it
Oh, okay.
yeah,
exiting out of
that
the
was
field.
it.
Oh.
And then back up
I'm
the
telling you,
hill.
so many battles are won and lost right at that point. Honestly, if it wasn't for that, Matt Field should have won.
Yeah.
But it was just, man, that was just a hard one to mess up on.
I missed it going on that track. We had some fun times going up there.
Yeah, we definitely got to plan out going back out to Atlanta, and especially, man, the weather this year was so good.
It's good every year, man. It's like 60s in the morning, and it gets like in.
I've been there where it gets to 90 degrees.
Ah, darn it.
The middle of the day.
Yeah, but the high this weekend was 73. Look at this right here. Bam.
Ooh, way
yeah,
off there.
it was a straighten out, very slight, but dropping 2 or 3 tires there. It's too much to go against Odie there. But if it wasn't for that, I think Field would have had it.
I think you're right.
Yeah, even actually, when you look at the way Odie exited, it seemed like he didn't have a lot of angle coming out of that.
And those drones are fast. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whether they're RB or Jay-Z powered.
I think they're got to be Jay-Z powered.
I don't know. I think they're LS powered. That's what won the.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yep. Straighten out. That sucks. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and show you guys because I have it.
Yeah. So.
Bam.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and play that.
So this is the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Falcon 1, 2, and which
Oops,
order are they
sorry.
going to land? Matt Field, the beast from the bay, initiates. Thrown into that
Rip
first
headphone
Ooh,
users.
right on him.
Right on
his
him,
door.
and then
back.
Oh, bam.
Odie
Okay.
Boxy's
Yeah.
lunges forward,
All right.
gets
So that
in
now we
to
already
the
know that
side of
Odie
Matt Field. You
has
see
a
him go on the
disadvantage.
opposite side.
yes.
But
So
what does
Let's see
Matt do?
happens.
And next,
And the carbon Kevlar body kit lands.
carbon Kevlar.
man, is his rear wheel broken there? It looked like a
Side
part
skirt.
like a part of the wheel chipped off.
Well, now they paint don't they paint a part black?
Well, his would be orange.
Is he sticking it back on?
What is
He
this
didn't
guy
know what to
doing?
do.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. Nice on initiation though.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
All right.
Bink.
Boom. Bink. Bink. Bink.
And then was it again like it was like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it
For them
was-
to fix the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a lot of damage.
For 10 minutes, but it was his fault. If he was deemed at fault, he only gets 5 minutes.
Yeah, he only gets 5 minutes, but Field would get 10.
Let me see if I can find it. So see here they show the
The momentum zone. The
Yep.
finish. Momentum zone. So
Yeah.
what does momentum zone mean? Is that
I guess that means
that's not a decel zone?
it's not a decel, but you use your momentum. I guess I don't know. I'm just making.
That's a new term.
Oh, that's right. The reason why they took so long here was because one of them didn't have tires ready.
What?
Yeah, they had run out of tires.
Right.
Yeah, and
Team Falcon ran out of tires.
so they had to go back to the pits, all like on the other side of the track practically, to get a new set of tires brought back to the hot pits. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
yeah. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fast forward to the part. But as you can see, those
Look at they got alignment machine on there. You see it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
yeah,
see.
they got the car fixed.
Because I checking car, the camera there. Turn.
Come on.
Did you really just narrate everything that we're watching?
I'm
on
just
YouTube?
trying to get it going here. Trying to see when it's gonna happen.
He's narrate. Oh, there's a guy taking the left foot and right foot. All right, let's see what happens here. How does it go one more time? Because clearly Odie was off. Oh, right
Yeah,
there.
oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like throughout the whole run he was doing things. It almost looked like he had a broken diff or snapped axle or something. You could see him
Well,
struggling.
he got it back together for the second round. He didn't win, but
Yeah.
he was able to do 2 runs with it. So
Yeah.
that's where you go.
So there
Okay.
you go. So Odie Bakchi's first, Matt Field second, Von Gittin Jr. in third, and our boy Jeff Jones making fourth. But Jeff Jones is tied for third in points.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, Jackson. At least that's what Jackson informed me with.
Oh, good.
So yeah, he's there. I mean, and now he's getting a quick change installed at Jackson's shop.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So he's been on a stock 370Z diff this whole time without changing gear ratios or anything.
Was that supposed to be public knowledge?
Yeah, it's on his Instagram.
Okay, I just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, so
Imagine that running a stock diff and
and you're
Yeah,
running
and-
with the big boys,
running with the big boys. Mm.
So we're gonna see what, and that's the thing. Like
So he's third in points right
what
now.
is he
Hey,
sacrificing?
Hang on. I do want to highlight this. I found it.
Oh, okay. We hear some audio.
Oh, of course, I'm getting there.
This is the
This is a good old interview. I like this interview.
Yes, indeed.
best interview of all time, hands down.
Oh, careful there, all right? I mean, there's a
I'm
lot
going
of
with it.
interviews.
Hanging out with Lorette. Lorette?
I'm going with it.
Guys,
Got it fixed.
look at the smile on this man's face. He was cylinder. He got it fixed. Jeff Jones, the team got it fixed, took down a Titan in Osbo.
Yes. Oh man, taking Osmo down to get in 8 is always the best 8. And right now, the rest of you guys better get your game ready because I'm coming for you. If I get past Osmo, the rest of you are cake, bro. I'm excited. We're gonna send this. Jackson's got the tools ready for the supercharger. We're pulling that sucker off tonight. We're sending it, bro. Sending it.
Jared, back to you.
Hang on.
It's
There
electric.
was one
It's
part in the
absolutely electric.
interview.
Love Jeff.
There was one part like she was
Look at Chris.
She-
Look at Chris there.
she was about
What's
to.
Chris doing? Is he looking at,
I don't
looking
know.
at Facebook? Anyways, sorry. She was about to what?
So she was about to pronounce Frederick Osbo's name, but she got to the F, but then like it cut out, and then it went back to Osbo. It's almost sounded like she said something. So I thought that was kind of.
What did she? What do you think she said?
I don't know.
I didn't hear it. So
I'm gonna
just
say
curious.
she said Frederick Osbo, but it did sound like something else.
Like what?
Just say it.
No, we're not
Oh,
gonna
boy.
say it. Come
No,
on.
but I don't know what you're talking about.
Like go back.
What did she just
It
tell me?
sounded like they bleeped her out.
Oh, like
Yeah, because the audio cut out.
Oh, so it's like unnecessary censorship, in other words?
Yeah, Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
There you
all
go.
right.
All right.
Yeah, go back right to the beginning. It's hilarious.
Right to the
I'm not
beginning.
laughing.
Okay.
I don't get the joke.
All right.
I'm just looking at Jackson. He looks all serious. Everybody's celebrating. Maybe it didn't hit him yet. Maybe he's not really sure what's going on.
Jones. There's Greg giving a little hug there. And, he says, anybody else? Anybody want some of this? Let's go. So,
Well, I'm saying, like, go
love
back.
it.
I just wanted to.
Gotcha, guys.
Man's face. Guys,
Got it fixed.
look at the smile on this man's face. He was cylinder. He got it fixed. Jeff Jones, the team got it fixed, took down a Titan in Osmo.
Yes. Oh man, taking Osmo down to get it
like F
is always the best.
Yeah,
I got you.
exactly.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, so I caught that. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, that's Jackson's backside. I know that.
Oh,
That
very
looks,
familiar with
that looks
that?
very familiar.
yeah. Okay.
You're familiar with that? Okay.
All right.
Congratulations, Team Jeff Jones
Yeah.
and Jackson Performance.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see that supercharger on the podium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was so stoked to witness that. I was like, "Oh, this guy better win! I want to see a supercharger."
Yeah.
But he got unfortunately knocked out by Odie,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it was a bummer.
That's okay. They did great. They're third points overall, so that's good. So
Yeah.
can't be much happier than that. And I know they're really super stoked, and they're gonna have the. Oh, now so that's the question. I wonder how the car is gonna feel now, right? So now he's going into round 2. He's gonna have the different rear end, and they got to do some major modifications, right, to get that in there. So
Right.
hopefully the car doesn't feel any different.
I
'Cause
think
it's like almost like right now, it's like you think, don't change it, right? He's like, you got 4th place, you're third in points, maybe not change it, but let's hopefully they.
I think it's gonna be a great addition to the car. I mean, you
it's
could
absolutely
see,
gonna be a great addition.
you can see like especially in like slow parts of the course where he
Mhm.
has to make sacrifices to keep the car drifting,
Mhm.
like with a lot of clutch work. Now it's gonna be whatever he wants. You know, it's and I can't wait. The driving is gonna. I think it's gonna elevate his driving.
Mhm.
And we're gonna see that supercharger on the podium. So,
Mm.
so Jackson, get your tools ready.
So next round is where? No.
Orlando. It's actually
Mhm.
in 1 week, May
Oh.
21st and 22nd.
Yep.
So,
And that being said, on the Jeff Jones topic.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
what was that?
My apologies.
We're going to hopefully have an interview. That's the plan. We're going to try to do an interview with Jeff Jones on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yep.
We're going to try to get that, do a little special edit. I don't know if we're going to do that live or not. Maybe just do that pre-recorded and post it up. But I guess we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Ben is the one
Check
in
this out.
control
I'm
when
going
it
to
comes
show
to
you
that.
how.
Sorry, it's just this stupid thing.
Okay.
Carry on.
No.
So,
yeah,
Ben is in control of like if we decide to go live or just pre-recorded. But either way, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun talking to Jeff and really
get some insight.
Get some insight. Get
Get some footage of his car.
Yeah.
Because his car will be there.
Yeah, absolutely. And even we got to see if he's gonna allow us to, get in depth with the car or not.
No, it may be on the trailer already, so
Yeah.
it may not necessarily be at the shop. So, but we'll see.
Yeah. So either way, we're gonna talk to Jeff Jones. He's the hot topic right now.
He is the hot topic.
So I mean, if you go on like all the drifting boards and everything, that's who they're talking about.
Yeah, we're not screwing off here, folks.
No, we're not screwing
We're
off.
taking this serious one day at a time.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Formula Drift Atlanta. That was it was a really good event. I was happy about the calls. They made good calls.
You don't think there was any questionable calls?
Nothing really that stood out as like, yeah, that's that I could see maybe a little difference here or there, but
For the most part,
everything
good.
was pretty clear cut. I was really happy about that. I hope the trend continues.
Yeah. Clear, decisive wins makes for a better competition.
Right.
Makes for a better show.
Mhm.
The ongoing protests or the questionable calls, it kind of ruins everything.
Yep.
Oh, what do we got going on here?
I just want to show you guys something.
Oh.
God.
It is Jeff Jones.
There you go. Yep.
Gotta love that.
Yep, gotta love that. Gotta love that. Yep, definitely. Jax was trying to saying we got to do that at like Sebring, but I guess he just kind of inceptioned Jeff Jones, and I guess he put into his head, and Jeff Jones just started doing it.
Yeah.
He made the derp.
Yeah, it was good to see them having fun out there.
They always have fun, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like, especially this round, they were really having a ton of fun.
And that's good. It's good, and I think that's good for the crowd to see. It's good for other drivers that are trying to go pro to see.
It's good for team morale.
Team morale. Say, okay, listen, they're out there, they're doing well, and the last couple he's just been progressing better and better over the last couple seasons, and to see him starting to come together here and being able to bring that positive emotion and that positive vibe to the opening ceremony is awesome.
Yeah. And it wasn't that long ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where we would see Jeff Jones and be like, man, we're rooting for the guy, but that's a top 32 exit. And now we're seeing him really like put it on to everybody else, like I'm impressed. I hope to see more progression. The car is getting more progressing more as well. So I mean, I'm so excited because I'm definitely rooting for him this year. I can't wait. The rest of the year. The rest of the year is going to be amazing.
He can't wait.
Oh, you can't?
He can't.
I can't wait. Orlando has to happen now. Let's go.
I was just wanted to ask you guys, have you seen any like particular car deals that people should be aware about? I just went on Cheap Drift Cars and they have yet to update their inventory, unfortunately.
No, there are a few.
But
did you go to Sparks Beach Shop?
No.
Go on Sparks Beach Shop. There are a couple selections, I believe. I think I saw.
But why wouldn't they be on Cheap Drift Cars?
They might not be updating that anymore. I don't know. But
go to Sparks Beach Shop. He only had one car up last time, right?
What the heck?
And I think there was 4 cars.
It's like the same thing, but different.
Yep. So I actually spoke to Nick at Sparks Beach Shop this week.
So
there are actually, I think, 4 cars on there. And I told him, I was like, you got to update your site, man.
Yeah.
Of course, they are all BMW, so hey.
Hey, but I mean...
this is new. I don't recall seeing this BMW or this BMW.
There's one more right there.
Oh, whoa! That wouldn't be a drift car in my opinion. But
CSI.
That would be like a collector's kind of
That's only 5,500. That's a good deal.
Yeah, I would definitely get that and like restore it to like the showroom quality. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I think that's everything else. I think it's sold.
Yeah, everything else is the same.
So no.
Yeah.
Which one of those 4 would you pick?
Yeah, it's time for.
I think it's pretty simple, but. Let's see what you say.
It's Noel the Car Fairy. That's cool.
I am surprised. I'm surprised that the Z3 is still up there for many reasons. Number one, the car is already set up with a roll bar angle kit, has a extended handbrake already. It's not the 4-cylinder Z3; it's the 6-cylinder. So those cars aren't particularly easy to drift, but anything can be learned.
Talking about the 97, right?
Yes. I think that is a car that you just buy and take it to the track.
I don't think it's that hard to drift.
It's not hard, but it's not like as easy as an E36 or a 350Z. It has its quirks, but it's not really terrible.
You've driven one before?
I know the suspension, it's got the semi-trailing arm rear like an E30, but with that short wheelbase, it's kind of tricky. So,
but didn't an E30 have a short wheelbase as well?
No, it did not. E30s are not short wheelbase.
No, they're longer than the a 240.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did me and Paul had a whole thing about that. Yeah, they're actually a little longer.
So
which one are you going with? I mean, I see clear choice there, but I'll let you.
I mean, I would like the 328, but it's convertible, so I'm not too sure about how those
They're
chassis.
all 3 convertible. So convertible is you got to pick one.
Yeah, but a convertible that's supposed to be a coupe is kind of like a wet noodle.
You would know about wet noodles.
Oh, all the time. I'm still going with the Z3.
Z3, really? I would go with the E36, the silver one.
Okay, I mean, it's definitely a better chassis. It's just for less money you get a car that's already ready to go.
I agree.
So
you're right. I'll give you on that.
So that's my pick. But either way, the E36 is still an excellent chassis to this day. I'm not sure how the convertibles perform. I haven't seen that many convertibles on track.
It was Drift HQ had one with a white roof.
Oh, that's right, and the 2J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that car. Well, that car did rip.
Mm.
That car did rip. So the chassis has potential.
You put a cage in it. So.
Yeah, it'll stiffen it up.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me ask you guys, based on, well, I can't really ask you, Tim, because you didn't get to see the event.
Mm-hmm.
But from the little that you saw, who do you think is going to be a top contender for this year?
For the championship?
For the Formula Drift Championship.
Well, Von Gittin obviously he's gonna be in the top 4, right? That's guaranteed. Asbo is gonna have to his team's gonna have to get the car together, and they can't be having failures like that. So it's gonna depend on, and they had a couple issues last year with the intake manifold blowing up and all some other stuff. So if they can keep that car together for the rest of the season, Asbo can regain ground. But I don't think LZ is going to be on the top because it looks like he's still fighting that car.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get to see anybody else, but Odie looked like he was really on point. Chelsea, if he can stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably say my top 4 picks, maybe not necessarily in this order, but I would probably say Odie, Von Gittin. Hopefully Jeff Jones can be in the 4th place, and then I would say Chelsea maybe 3rd.
Okay,
those are my 4.
This is a good selection, but Noel.
I'm gonna go with Osbo's gonna sort the car out, or Papadakis is gonna sort the car out for Osbo, and he's gonna drive the wheels off of it. Literally, he did that already. Mm-hmm. Then we got Vaughn coming back, from a championship year, but I think he's gonna fall short to Osbo. I hate to say that, about anybody. But Ryan Turk is gonna come back pissed off from Atlanta as well.
He's not really a pissed off kind of person, so
no, but he drives pissed.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he's.
Will you smack him?
Yeah, you just gotta. He's gonna be in Orlando, so I'm gonna be able to smack him a little bit.
I want to see that. I'd love to see that. Oh, that'd be great.
I'm gonna be able to talk crap to him, be like, what happened in Atlanta, bro?
Who is this guy?
Just
yell at him in Spanish. He won't know what you're saying. So then he thinks you're rooting him on.
And then 4th place, I had somebody. Oh, Odie.
Odie in 4th, really?
Yeah.
I'm hoping Odie can take it this year.
Yeah, I would love to see Odie take it, but Odie always starts off strong and then kind of tapers off. And
well, we'll see.
But I'm hoping I'm wrong about that. But that's where I'm the championship go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say Odie is one of the top ones. Matt Field is another one. Vaughn potentially, and I mean a safe choice would be Osbo, but I just feel like there's somebody there that can really surprise people. Wild card per se, but don't know if they've really shined through. I mean, because he had the new guy from Sweden, I think, right?
Norway. Yeah,
Norway.
He's
with the BMW, the Eurofighter, right?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Sweden. I thought you were talking about Simon Olsen with the Mark V Supra with the 2J, but no, you're the Eve Meyer. Yeah, from I think he is Swedish.
How did he do?
Not too hot. Not too hot.
You think he may?
I think
he'd really have to come on point now because what did he finish?
Yeah, I think he got knocked out in the top 30. There was another BMW Eurofighter, F22, I believe it was, 2 series that made it. Josh Reynolds, he made it he made it into the top 16. But the guy I think can really turn it on and hurt a lot of feelings is Brandon Sorensen. He's 16 years old, and the kid has talent. He is talented. But then again, I mean, even drivers that we haven't mentioned, or that
Essa?
I haven't.
Was it Essa? Was he there?
Yeah, he had car troubles, and he went off track real bad, top 32. But Essa can be another driver. I mean, he's a previous champion. He can always turn it on.
How about Forsberg?
Forsberg had car trouble, so we all know that once he gets those sorted out, he's going to be up there as well. Chelsea can turn on at any moment because he came second in the championship last year.
Right.
So I mean, it's still wide open. We can't.
We can.
We can.
We can guess.
We can guess.
That's the fun of it, right? That's the fun of it. Guessing.
Yeah. So it's true. That is the fun of it. But I'm saying for me, Osbo's the man that's gonna take it out, take it this year. But it's a guess, right?
That's if they get the car together.
Yeah, I think they can get it.
Cool. All right, folks, and so we're gonna wrap things up. I again want to apologize for the connection issues. We are doing a recording, so if we'll review it, and if it's not up to par, we'll go ahead and upload a high quality version of it. But in any case, thank you for tuning in, and we hope to hopefully work out the details with Jeff Jones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if we can, we hope to have it go live sometime Tuesday evening.
Or before the weekend, before the competition.
Yeah. Either way, we'll make an announcement and we'll let you guys know. But again, thank you for tuning in, and we hope to catch you for that. And people are demanding their refund because of all the lag. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
In any case. So hope to see you next time. In the meantime, take care and have a good night.